Hey guys, today I'll be showing 10 records from the Brazilian label Irae Records. Check it out. Hey guys, Gus69 from At Open Mind Brazil. As I said, this is gonna be a record label spotlight for a very special underground record label from Rio de Janeiro, Irae, as people used to pronounce here in Brazil, but I will leave here. It's a Latin term, Irae. It's a reference for a poem or a hymn from the 8th century describing the Last Judgment from the Bible, and can be translated as Day of Wrath. So Irae is the label that I'm gonna be talking about a little bit. Before showing the records, the actual records with some snippets, I would like to say that probably this is gonna be my last video for this year, but I'm still holding my skull contest until December 31st. I already have 47 entries, 30 entries from Brazil and 17 from other parts of the world. And I'll be doing a live stream for the drawing in January, probably on my other channel, At Open Mind, in Portuguese, and then I will edit the drawing part to be a short video, and I'll be posting here in January, so you guys that are participating know who's gonna win. Big package that I have there with a lot of different stuff, CDs, books, t-shirts, and some surprising in the middle. But before that, if you wanna jump on this contest, the only thing that you need to do is a short video showing your favorite albums with skulls in the album cover. Okay, you can share one, at least one, to be part of this thread contest, but you can of course show more, as many of you already did. Besides that, I'm not sure about the future of this channel for next year, but my main channel in Portuguese is still going strong. I've been doing a lot of live streams, interviews, and unboxings, things like that. And I don't know, with AI coming probably very soon on YouTube, like translating automatically for English, maybe I will shut down this channel to focus on my other channel, because even when I don't post much, that channel is still growing. And as far as this channel, I think I'm stuck. I failed miserably. I thought that doing a contest for the whole year would help, but it didn't. Actually, I lost subscribers. I don't know what's happening, if people are shutting down their channels or I don't know. Anyway, for now, maybe this year this is gonna be my last video, but I will post in January, and maybe I will decide, I will communicate to everyone if I will shut down this channel or not. If so, please subscribe my other channel. I will try. I already subscribe with At Open Mind, many of you that are regular for this channel. So you already have 2 subs from me. But if not, please do so. I will retribute that subscription, and I promise that I will, at least for that channel, keep creating content and maybe some live streams with international guests. Let's see if I can manage to do that. Okay, so let's jump on this Irae. When they started as a label, I wasn't here in Brazil. It was in the early 2000s. I was transitioning from Portugal, Brazil, and then US, and I only got back to Brazil in 2010, so I kind of missed their early releases. But for the past 2-3 years, I've been buying some of their stuff. They are still available, so if you like old school heavy metal in general, from Brazil or neighbor countries, please check it out. I will leave the link for the label. They still have copies for most of the albums that I'm gonna show. So most of them are Brazilian bands, but there are one US band, one French band, and one Argentina band. Okay, so not all they focus more on South America, even though I only have one band from Argentina, but I know that they have underground release from other countries around Brazil. Okay, so the first band I'm gonna show is Azul Limão, with the album Ordem e Progresso. Azul Limão stands for Blue Lemon. Okay. They sing in Portuguese. The title means Order and Progress, which is a reference to our national flag. And this is originally released in '87 as an EP, the follow-up for their debut album Vingança, which means revenge. So I got to know them with the debut album. I used to have that on vinyl back in the day, but unfortunately I sold that when I sold my collection. I missed because it was reissued by Irae Records, but it's already sold out. But I got this, as I said, the original EP expanded as a full-length album with 5 tracks from the debut album. Not the same versions, but the previous versions before they, like demos that they did before recording the actual album. So it has, as I said, 5 bonus tracks from '86 and '87, and this was reissued by Irae in 2001 with inlay with lyrics and bio in Portuguese and in English, a little bit of their history back in the 80s, and it comes in a blue vinyl. And as you can see, many of the Irae release has that kind of OB strip with some information in Portuguese. Yes, they states that the true metal label. So this was limited to 500 copies. I think that is still available if you want to check their site. Just want to mention that I watched them live in '87 when they were promoting this album here in São Paulo at Teatro Mambembe. I saw them live back then, and recently last year I saw them live again because the band was active until '89, but was reformed in 2012, and they are still going strong. Many new releases, and actually they released a new album this year, but was before that last year I saw them opening for Neil Turbin, the former Anthrax singer, when he was touring here in Brazil last year. So, Azul Limão, Ordem e Progresso, my first pick. Check it out. So the next one is a four-way split titled Warriors of Dark Sun. Dark Sun being a sub-label of this Irae, where they put together four different bands, Static Magic from São Paulo, and three bands from Rio de Janeiro, Denim and Leather, Alcoholicoma, and Cremate. So their first kind of compilation with four different bands, each band with two tracks. Here all the bands and the tracking list. And this type of release, this was released in 2004, but 20 years earlier, in '84, the first one that I can recall was SP Metal, released by a label from São Paulo, Baratos Afins. They did that, the first one in '84 and the second one from '85, and it was very important for the beginning of heavy metal here in Brazil. From the second four-way split by Baratos Afins was featured Corsus, which became one of the greatest thrash metal bands from Brazil. And that kind of release helped a lot younger bands to release full albums later on. The same thing happened in Minas Gerais with Cogumelo Records. I did a label spotlight here on this channel 5 years ago. It's on one of my most viewed videos that I did, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to end up this year with another spotlight, now with a label from Rio de Janeiro. So Cogumelo also did that with the Warfare Noise four-way splits, but they did three. One in '86, featuring Mutilator, Chacal, Holocausto, and Sarcófago, which all became kind of very popular in the underground and also overseas. And they did that in '88, the second Warfare Noise compilation, and then in 1990, the third one. So those kind of releases are very common here in Brazil, and this Irae did the same thing with bands from São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. I'm gonna show the inlay. So each band has a page here in Portuguese and in English: Alcoholic Coma, Static Magic, Cremate, and Denim and Leather. All these bands end up releasing at least one official release, or a full album or EP. Static Magic, in my opinion, did better than the other ones, releasing more albums and being maybe still active to this day. I'm not exactly sure, but their last album was in the late 2000s. But anyway, some of these bands may be active, like Denim and Leather. Anyway, the vinyl, the wax is black, but I'm gonna show the label Dark Sun. So if you see Dark Sun, it's now defunct, because this Irae stopped making releases for this label, and all doesn't matter the style of the music, if it's thrash, speed, or any other kind of metal, it's all this Irae. But in the beginning they were focusing only on traditional heavy metal, old school heavy metal, okay? So for me, Static Magic is the best one. They are kind of stoner doom metal, and the other three are more like thrash metal, speed thrash, things like that. So check it out, a little bit of Static Magic, my highlight from these four-way split Warriors of the Dark Sun. Okay, now the band that I told in the beginning, from Argentina, they are called Orcas, a band formed in '86. This is their fourth studio album, called Eternos. Was the first one that this Irae released here in Brazil as a reissue in 2005. It's a band with a lot of albums released. They have 11 so far and are still active to this day. But this album, Eternos, was the last one with the former guitar player Osvaldo Civil, who formed the band. So it's a very good album. I liked it a lot. They sing in Spanish, of course. I do like bands like Barão Rojo, Obus, V8. Some of them are from Spain, but they are very good bands also singing in Spanish from South America, and Orcas is one of them. Their sound reminds me of, or has influenced by Iron Maiden, Metallica, a little bit of speed metal, early speed metal like Exciter, but very good band. And it's a gatefold. Oh, let me take off the OB strip here. Yeah. Photos of the band here, the track list. I think there is a bonus track, the last Cosas Enfermas, which was a re-recorded version of a song from their debut album Reinará la Tempestade from 1990. So as I said, very good band. There's the insert here with photos of the band. Lyrics and some bio in Spanish and Portuguese, and in Spanish and English. Yeah, there is no info in Portuguese for this one, but we can understand Spanish. It's not that much different of Portuguese, and the vinyl is blue. This Irae. So I think it's a partnership with a label from Argentina named Enterprises, or at least is licensed by, and my copy is 322 from 330. So that's the first album that I got from Orcas, and I will put a snippet so you can hear a little bit of Eternos by Orcas.
Estuve esperando que levantes la cabeza y no lo haces. Tienes miedo. Mentiras decís.
So in the same year, 2005, this Irae reissued that third studio album. So one before the Eternos, this one's called Vence, and this is a double album. Let me show you. Same band, Orcas, gatefold with the lyrics. And there is some bonus tracks here on the second vinyl. Track 6 is previously unreleased track. The track 7 is from a compilation, and track 8 from a V8 tribute. So 3 bonus tracks on the second album, and the vinyl, each vinyl has a different color. This one is yellow, translucent, and the other one is kinda orange, head orange. And I think there is a insert here with photo of the band, and also a little bit of bio in English and Spanish. It's a little more simple, but this band is very good, worth checking out, as good as the follow-up Eternos that I just showed. So 2 studio albums from their discography. Too bad that this Irae didn't release any more albums by Orcas, but they have a lot more released to this day, okay? So this one also released in 2005, but originally released in 97. Check it out, another track from Orca's album Vence. Now the next one is a heavy power metal band from US, Igniter. Let me move the OB to this side here so you can see the album cover. The album name is Take to the Sky, with this airplane Demon Slayer going through the metal barrier here. So this is the debut album by these American bands. They are still active to this day. They have 7 studio albums released so far, and this is, like I said, the debut album from 2004, but was reissued here in Brazil in 2005. This was limited to 500 copies, and it has 2 female members here, Erica, the singer, and Beverly Barrington, one of the guitar players. So kind of unique band, but I think they have a male singer nowadays. But anyway, very good bands. Nothing really special about this band, but very solid band. The insert is very simple, just the lyrics, one side only, and the vinyl, as you can guess, it's kind of pink or reddish Bordeaux. This Irae on one side and the track listing in the other side. So, as I said, the debut album by this band, and the only one that this Irae released here in Brazil. It says original recordings from 2003. In the name of metal, the infidels must die. Kind of cheesy slogan, but anyway, the hottest American heavy speed metal band. I said power metal, but it's kind of mixed in between those styles, double bass, things like that, 2 guitar players, and it's written here Demon Slayer is the first track on side A, but it's not the title of the album is Take to the Sky. So check it out a little bit of Igniter. Okay, next pick, another Brazilian band. This one's called Flagelador. Not sure how to say this in English, but anyway, the Flagellator, I don't know. The title of the album is A Noite do Ceifador, which means the night of the reaper. So as you can guess, another Brazilian band singing in Portuguese, and this one is very old school, black and trash speed metal band. Kinda one-man project, but they do a lot of live concerts with a full band. But the main guy here, let me see if I can pick his name here. Just a second. Okay, this is a collage, trash collage, typical from the old school trash bands. And here the band is like a trio, but the main guy I think is this one here. And doesn't say, oh, it's open. What I have here, credits and lyrics. Let me see if I can get his name somewhere. Doesn't say. Oh my god, where is the guy name? Armando Executor. And my copy is the 328th from 500 copies. So very old school, battle vest there, some bullet belts, flying V's, and one of their main reference, Dorsa Atlântica, another band from Brazil. But they, as you can guess, for the black and white with red logo, they have a lot of influence from Sodom, Vulcano from Brazil, what else? Bands like that from the early black and thrash speed metal bands. So Flagellator, they are still active. They have 5 albums released so far, and this is the first one, the debut album. Very underground, very simple, and as you can see here, to match the logo, another reddish vinyl wax. And this one is a Dark Sun release, as I explained before, sub-label by Irae. So Flagellator, check it out a little bit of their music. So the next one is another Brazilian band. This one's called Apocalyptic Raids, with the Third Storm, the third studio album by this band from Rio de Janeiro. And as the previous one, Flagellator, they are both from Rio de Janeiro. They have both the same aesthetics and influences as well. So I think they appeared as a Hellhammer tribute band. And if you don't know Hellhammer, it's a classic old school metal band from Switzerland, before it became Celtic Frost, and they play homage to that band. Actually, Apocalyptic Raids, it's the title of the first release by Hellhammer, and these are the guys, 4 guys. I will take out the OB strip here, just so you can. Those OB come like I had to put tape here because it comes inside. It doesn't come like I'm showing, but you can put if you want. And those are the guys. So same black and white with reds, Necromaniac, Skull Crusher, Hell Preacher. So there is a trio on this album. They sing both mostly in English, but there is a song here in Portuguese. And the first track here, it's a cover by Hellhammer. It was released in 2005, recorded in 2004, and he issued on vinyl by Irae on 2006. This became kind of a cult band here in Brazil. They say that it's a limited edition, but they made 1,666 copies. So this one is still available to purchase on their site. They play like a black death thrash metal with like Flagellador that I just mentioned, influenced by Sodom, Venom, Bathory, Onslaught, things like that, but especially Hellhammer. So Apocalyptic Rates, they have 5 albums total in their discography, and this is the third one, The Third Storm. Check it out. Okay, continuing with Dark Sun releases. This one's a little bit different. The band's called Dominus Praeli with the album Bastards and Killers. This is the second studio album by this band from Paraná. They play like heavy power metal. This is the guys here. Very good, very not very melodic, but with a lot of melodies, some hooks on the chorus. Good power metal band from that era. So this was released in 2006. The first time already by Irae on vinyl, because I think another label released this album on CD, which is Mega Hard Records, also from Brazil. And this is a limited edition from 500 copies, orange vinyl, and there is an insert here. Now the inserts are more cheaper. Just the lyrics, nothing in the back, but very good bands. This guy is the singer, Ricardo Pigato, and I got to interview him a couple months ago. He left the band, of course. Sometimes in the interview he told me that sometimes the guys, they are all friends, invite him to play together, but he's now in another band called Highway Patrol. It's more like a heavy stoner rock band, but very good also. And this, as I said, power metal. If you like power metal, check it out. Dominus Praeli with Bastards and Killers. So I already showed one band from America, one band from Argentina, and now one from Europe. Killers, the French Killers, with Cité Interdite. Of course, I'm butchering, it's in French, they sing in French, but they are very good bands. This is their fifth studio album from a very large discography. They are still active to this day with 18 records, studio albums released. So this is the first one that Irae released here in Brazil with a partnership with the French label Brennus Music. So very good bands, Killers. Gonna show the insert here with photo. I'm gonna show the little thumb here of the cover because that's one little criticism. It's too dark. This pressing, the colors are kind of off, so it's a little too dark as compared to the original, but very good heavy metal, traditional heavy metal band. So a band that was formed in 82, so early 80s. This album was released in 92, 10 years later. As I said, the fifth studio album. But this reissue here in Brazil is from 2007, okay? And the vinyl, as you can guess, is green. No Irae label on this one. I think this was the first one that I got from Irae because I already knew Killers, other albums. I think they always sing in French, and my copy is 292 from 500 copies. So there you go. Killers with Cité Interdite, and heavy speed metal, very good from France. So the last album that I'm gonna show from 10 released by Irae is Taurus with 5 in Roman number. 5, their fifth studio album. This is the guy here. If you don't know, never heard of Taurus, is another classic heavy thrash band from the 80s, from Rio de Janeiro. I do have their debut album, which was reissued some years ago, but this is the latest one. It was released in 2020 on CD, and Irae released on vinyl in 2021. So, as I said, they were formed in 85. They were active until early 90s, 93 I think, and then they came back, reformed in 2006, and they are still active to this day. So this is one of the most recent albums by them, but they changed their sound. They have they used to play like pretty straightforward thrash metal, and now they are more groovy, kind of modern sounding. But I did like a lot this album. But I know people, old school metalheads, that didn't like so much. Black vinyl for this one, just Taurus on the label. And let me show you the insert. Very thick with info and lyrics. And there are three special guests here. Alex Camargo from Crisian, Beto de Gasperis, and Luis Carlos Lousada, singer from Vulcano, another old school, one of the greatest from speed black metal here in Brazil. But anyway, like a phoenix, rebirth from the ashes with a new sound, but I did like a lot. Kind of remind me that Grip Inc., for instance, a project with Dave Lombardo on drums. That kind of thrash with something different than the usual old school style. Okay, so there you go, Taurus with 5. Check it out a little bit if you like or not.
Na verdade, o que se precisa é jogar o jogo fora, quebrar todos os elos dessa corrente de desespero.
So to finish this video, I just showed 10 Irae released on vinyl, but they have many more. Classic bands like Stress and Dorsal Atlântica, both from Brazil, but other bands also from different countries here in South America. And if you check my Metal Open Mind channel, I did interview 2 other bands from the Irae cast, being Antares, great thrash metal band, and also Metrallion, another heavy thrash band, very good, both from the 80s that are still active to this day. Okay, remember, you have until December 31st to make your entry count for my skull contest. I will leave the link for the blog, 365caveiras.blogspot.com is the blog. I have all the live streams with the recaps for each month that I did from the blog posts, all the entries, mostly from the content creators, because I also received entries from people that doesn't have YouTube channels. If you watching this now, you can submit an entry by email, using WeTransfer, or maybe through, if it's a short clip, through my WhatsApp account. Okay, all this info you can find on any social media where Metal Open Mind is on, which is basically all Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube. Okay, So that's it. My label Spotlight. This Irae, a very underground, independent label, but very good service. You can call Aderson or Ader, as we call him. Very good guy. You can email him or talk before making an order, but make it worth. Prices are very low compared to anywhere else, but very good vinyl record that he has, still available for a very decent price. If you like South American metal scene, you're probably gonna find something for your needs. Okay, so I hope everybody has a great Christmas holidays, and I hope a great new year for everybody. I'll be back in January with a short video with the drawing for the winner, and I hope some of you that enter my contest contact me in a week. I will leave that time period for the winner to contact me with the address, so I can send all the goodies that I have separated for you to enjoy some, not just Brazilian metal, but some different stuff that I'm sure you're gonna like. Okay, so that's it. Sorry for the long video, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, and see you next year. Bye bye. Yeah, metal open mind.